say, look, you see that building, because you know right next to the jail. I mean, I spent 3 years over there. That's the 8th floor right there. You don't want to go up there. You see what I'm saying? But that journaling helped me when I was in the hole at Alto. And that's how I ended up writing my first book, bro. It's Shouted. It's a random song. Actually, again, not my interview. But bro, I'm in the hole and I don't have a whole lot of paper, so I had to write 2 lines.
Yeah, definitely.
2 lines on the, cause I'm in the hole. I don't know when I'm getting out. But bro, this is my first book right here.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you again later on. I might just text you about that book, bro, cause it's therapeutic. Right. And I go to therapy every week, 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, but to write, to talk, if not for you, for other people to get strength. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. So when you go to the West End, I mean to the West Side, West End.
West Side.
West Side. I'm Decatur, so everything outside of County Road like a third world country. Yeah. And it smells fun over there too. So when you get over there, is there like a culture shock or is it just?
Yeah. It's like, man, I couldn't believe it. You know, like, you see, you know, coming from the West Side, coming from the suburbs, you know, I'm seeing pimps, I'm seeing prostitutes, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing things I ain't never seen in my life. You know, it's like when you went to Camelot. Yeah. You know, it's unexplainable. Yeah. You know, it's the ghetto. You know.
Do you have any older relatives over there walking you through, or you just taking it in yourself and figuring it out?
I just had to adjust.
And fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
What school did you go to over there?
Washington High.
Washington High. Yeah. And how would you describe life at Washington High?
Washington High was like a big playground. You know, I'm talking about kids everywhere. I ain't know, you know, kids gonna be kids in class, but man, you walk down the hall, you smell weeds, you smell. Yeah. It's like a big old playground.
Yeah, it's a different environment.
And, it kind of set you up for failure. Yeah. You know, because like ain't nobody there trying to enforce you to do better. You know, and you know we holding each other back. Yeah. Because you know we kids, and if we able to have fun, we're gonna have fun.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying, and that's what we did. You know.
Did you start? Can you remember when the idea of being a pilot started to slip away, or can you remember when you started to just slide deep off into the streets? Or
you know, like when I went to the West Side, everything was gone. You know, everything was gone. You know, like and I never wanted to go back home again.
What you mean?
You know, to my mom's.
Yeah.
You know, because that's home. You know, so
yeah.
You know, I never wanted to be there again.
You embraced the
yes.
Yeah.
You know, because like my father, he was a man that he didn't care. He cared, but he didn't care. You know, I can leave out of the house on Sunday and come back next Sunday. He won't say where you been, none of that. You all right? You know.
My daddy was like that too, but he used to smoke that Buford Highway dope though.
Right.
So, you know.
So, you know, when you're young, you just, man, my dad cool. Yeah. But, you know, in essence, he don't care.
Yeah. You know? Now, do you know what his upbringing was?
Same, basically the same. You know, he came from a single parent home, but my father, his father, had about 5, 6 other children. So, and he was the oldest. So he was raised up with them, but they looked up to him, and man, my father, he just became a street nigga.
Yeah.
You know, and put it, you know, he did everything. You know, a man can think of. He was in the police academy, got locked up for stealing CBs out the police car.
Oh, this is a different kind of nigga right here. Yeah. This. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a different. And dad is originally from Atlanta as well.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, man, let me tell you, my father, his mother died when I was 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the funeral. On the way back from the funeral, my dad got locked up. And I wouldn't leave the county jail. You know, I stayed in the waiting room until they bonded my father out.
How old are you at this time?
14.
Okay.
So when they got my father that morning, they told him, man, my father gave me a car. But what I couldn't do, I couldn't just, you know, like during the week, he wouldn't let me just go with it.
Yeah.
You know, Washington House around the corner, so I drive to school every day. So,
at 14?
At 14.
That's some Atlanta shit right there.
Yeah, so, you know, my father, he let me have my way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it as a kid, it helped me, you know, because it helps you build a little reputation.
Right.
But it hurt me. It hurt me. Yeah.
And reputation. So was Dad kind of your hero at some point?
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely. Because, you know, all you're going to do is hear, all I heard stories.
Yeah.
You know, my father, he was real humble. So, you know, he never just told me stories, you know, about the stuff he did in the streets.
Yeah.
You know, he let the streets talk. You know.
Is Mama trying to get you back?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Mom tried to trick me with the Christmas. Yeah. You come home, we got you all this and that.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Bro, I got kidnapped. Them folks came and got me. I'm staying over there. We actually, on the west side, they was living in Virginia. They came and got me out of school and said, we're going to McDonald's. But they made me sit in the middle. You know, them trucks. Back in the day, we hop on the freeway. Shit, we done passed 2 McDonald's. Y'all, what's going on? They're like, we're going to Virginia. Virginia? Man. So, just to say I've dealt with that type of environment. When do you start to I don't want to say emulate that, but at what age do you start to get your hands a little dirty?
Man, about 16, 17. You know, school, sports. So, you know, I'm trying to do my thing.
What sport?
Football.
What position?
Linebacker or running back.